Pico and Tilly's treasure map adventure. In a warm and colorful rainforest, where banana leaves danced in the breeze and the air smelled like mangoes, lived two very best friends, Pico the parrot and Tilly the turtle. Pico had feathers as bright as a rainbow and loved to chatter, sing songs, and tell stories from the sky. Tilly had a beautiful green shell with golden patterns and loved to read books, study maps, and dream about distant places. One lazy afternoon, as the sun poured golden light through the trees, Pico flew down excitedly from the treetops, a rolled-up paper in his beak. "Tilly! Tilly," he squawked. "Look what I found inside an old tree trunk." Tilly blinked and sat up. "What is it?" Pico unrolled the paper. It was an ancient-looking map, with curly handwriting and a big red X on it. "A treasure map," said Pico with wide eyes. Tilly examined it carefully. "It says the treasure is hidden deep inside the Laughing Caves, past the Whispering River and under the giant mango tree." Pico flapped his wings. "Let's go find it." Tilly looked at the setting sun. "We should leave first thing in the morning. It's going to be a long adventure." That night, Tilly packed snacks, coconut cookies and pineapple juice, and a little compass. Pico sharpened his beak and practiced flying in circles. They both dreamed of gold coins, magical stones, and treasure chests full of glittering secrets. The next morning, they set off. The forest was alive with sounds, frogs croaking, birds singing, and monkeys playing tag. Tilly led the way with the map while Pico flew above, keeping watch. After a while, they reached the Whispering River, a wide stream that made soft shhhh sounds as it flowed. "We have to cross this," said Tilly. "But how?" asked Pico. Just then, a friendly crocodile popped his head out of the water. "Need a ride?" he grinned. "Are you sure it's safe?" Tilly asked politely. The crocodile chuckled. "I'm a vegetarian. I only eat watermelons." Relieved, they climbed on his back and floated across the river, giggling as water splashed on their toes. Next, they found themselves in the tickle grass fields, where tall grasses brushed their feet and made them laugh uncontrollably. "Hee hee, Pico, I can't walk." Tilly giggled. "Try hopping," laughed Pico. After rolling and laughing through the field, they finally reached a tall tree with the biggest mangoes they'd ever seen. "This must be the giant mango tree," Tilly said. They looked around and saw a cave entrance hidden behind the thick roots. "The Laughing Caves," Pico chirped. As they walked into the cave, glowing crystals lit their way. The walls echoed their voices in funny ways. "Hello," called Pico. "Jello," the cave echoed. Tilly laughed. "I said treasure." "Feather," the cave replied. The deeper they went, the more the cave giggled, as if it were ticklish itself. Finally, they reached a round room with a giant stone chest in the middle. On it was carved, "For the kind and the brave, the treasure will shine." "Do we count as kind and brave?" Pico whispered. "Well," said Tilly, "we did help that squirrel find her lost acorn yesterday." "And we gave our cookies to the baby raccoons last week," added Pico. Suddenly, the chest glowed and creaked open. Inside, there was no gold. No jewels. But something even better, a magical book with endless blank pages that filled themselves with new stories every time you opened them. "It's a treasure of stories," said Tilly with awe. "Endless adventures." Pico opened a page and saw a picture of them, flying over candy mountains. Another page showed them sailing across a sea of stars. "We can go on any adventure we dream of," whispered Pico. As they carefully carried the book back through the caves, the crystals twinkled happily, and the cave whispered, "Come back soon." Back home, under a sky full of stars, Tilly and Pico curled up next to the fire and opened the book again. A new story began to write itself. Tomorrow, the Chocolate Moon Mission. Tilly smiled sleepily. "We're going to need extra cookies for that." Pico yawned. "And a rocket made of marshmallows." As their eyes slowly closed, the magical book stayed open, its pages glowing softly. And somewhere in the forest, the cave giggled once more,